This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff. And what else you feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Cercio.
And I'm your host who doesn't think we should let Tom Cruise go to space, Dave Spades.
This episode, we're talking about the best action movies. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo.
Best action movies.
Yes, yeah.
Top three.
Indeed.
Do you have them prepared?
I think the last one will come to me. I have two of them.
Oh.
I think the last one will come to me as you do yours.
So you want me to go first?
I would like you to go first, yes.
So you can steal one of mine, okay.
Maybe. Or like
That
maybe it'll
was-
shake something loose in my amazingly creative brain.
Okay. Before we
nothing
get
to
into
do with
this, I would
memory.
like to say some action movies are seen as like Gladiators, seen as an action movie. I don't consider it an action movie.
Mm-hmm. So,
Aliens. That's
okay, I agree with that. But like, Predator is technically a horror film. Is that ooh, that's always fun. That's always fun to see.
Davis broke one of these chairs we had.
Yes, and
Man.
I told you could always give it to me. I could always take that chair.
I don't
move as
know
much
which
in the
one it is when it's
podcast.
folded up.
I don't know. You keep getting it though.
Well, keep talking.
It's,
while I work
man,
on
it's
this.
a law of probability,
This
I
is
guess,
the
or something
law
like that.
and all
Yeah,
this- look at this
apparently,
fun
yeah,
stuff.
that's how it works. Yeah, technical difficulties, everybody.
You were going out with Predator.
Well, so you consider Predator to be like, so Predator is both an action and a horror movie to me. Oh, that chair is completely broken now.
No, they actually fixed it.
No shot you fixed it. No shot you fixed that. Yeah, you ripped it off. Good luck. If that falls apart right now, I'll be shocked. You can grab my chair if you want,
Look at
or a
this,
different
look at this.
chair.
Look at this. It
We can
worked.
cut for a second. You can get another
No, it
chair.
worked. We're good. I'm so jacked now that no, I'm just kidding.
You ripped it right off the hinges.
It was I ripped pretty easy actually.
Well, yeah, they're cheap.
These chairs are pretty old too.
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like
you've had them for a hot minute.
6 years old.
Yeah.
But Predator.
So
yeah,
time
Predator,
broke them, not me.
Predator could be an action movie.
Okay, good.
Could be. Yeah. All right, so I'll do my top three. I'll start
Do
with
your
my
top three. Okay.
Starting at number three.
Okay.
John Wick. I love John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's badass. It's awesome. It's exactly everything I want out of a movie. John Wick
Right.
1, 2, and 3. They're all great.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, martial arts. There's a revenge story for a dog.
That's what's the compelling part, honestly. Like,
There's badass action. It's great.
that too. It's like I understand. Like when they killed the dog, I was like, yeah. John will kill all these guys now.
Yeah.
It's a good move. I love how it's coming a
This
running
is
meme
badass
too.
and awesome, and the action is high. There's like motorcycles. There's samurai swords.
Yeah.
There's fucking just crazy shit. I love the idea of like the tower and like they're like this whole like group of people and they have their rules when you're at the hotel. You can't do it's good stuff. Good
Yeah,
stuff. Good
it
stuff.
really is.
Number two is going to be I debated between number one and two for a while, but number two is gonna be Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we have a whole episode on Top Gun Maverick, so if you want to hear us gush about it forever, go watch that episode and watch more of our episodes. So we don't have broken chairs and we just get regular chairs.
And actually have rest of the phone for the studio.
Yeah, and we'll get the rest of the film.
Yeah, we're
Maybe
working
sports
for-
betting will finally go our way this weekend.
Please subscribe, everyone, for the love of God. Sports betting is not working.
Our regular jobs do work though.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
But it's a great movie, action packed, jaw dropping, great time, awesome movie. Just, you can't say anything more about it. Just being fucking awesome. I mean, Tom Cruise is badass. You're going to talk about it because you definitely put it on your list. So we'll get more into it then. And my number one, and I debated between it for a while, but I love this movie so fucking much. I've seen it a million times. Is The Matrix.
That's
I
a really,
love The Matrix.
really good one.
The story's great. The character's great. I got Keanu Reeves twice on this list. It's just The Matrix is so great. And now I'm not saying the whole trilogy because some of them aren't that good.
Yeah.
But the first movie specifically.
Yeah. Okay.
Those are
Fair.
my three top action movies. I actually thought about this for a while.
You did really?
Yeah.
Wow. Nice. Those are some pretty good ones, actually.
Born
So I agree.
Identity,
So I agree with a lot of those. Those are really like what?
I'm gonna say I haven't really seen the new Mission Impossible, so I don't know if like how good. Actually, I haven't
that's
seen
on my-
like,
that's on my
really any Mission Impossible. So
Really? You haven't seen what?
I've seen. Mission
Dude, you
Impossible
gotta watch
1.
those. Well, that's a good one too, but you gotta watch the rest
I
of them.
know.
The only one I never really enjoyed. I still haven't seen whatever Rogue Nation or Ghost Nation, whatever the hell it is. But Ghost Protocol was the one I didn't love that one.
Yeah,
that one that was the weakest one, I think.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, of course you saw that one. Of course you saw that one, the weakest of them. But No, I think like, oh my god, those movies are awesome.
Okay, so what do you
Like,
what are you
so
looking
my number 3 is John Wick number 2.
Oh, you got specific. Oh.
Yeah. Well, so many John. There'll be a fourth one
I
now.
guess I did say The Matrix, not, and I did say, when I said John Wick, I just meant the whole series.
I don't care. That's fine. That's totally fine. They're
I was
all
falling
like
apart
they're
on
all quintessentially the same movie on some level. But I think the second one it was the most
Yeah.
entertaining for me, and it's
Me
one I
too.
enjoyed the most out of all of them. Just the scene where he is like, I don't know. Just there's just so many, this is the final scene where he shoots the guy in the face. It's just like, yeah, this is good. This is so good. This is so good. I really loved it, and I believe that's the one where he had like a bounty out on him too, where he's like fighting other assassins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Both of them. No. Both of them. He was fighting assassins.
Yeah, that's two.
But two. He was like fighting like ninja assassins.
I think. Oh man.
I think. Either that or I'm thinking of 3. Regardless,
3.
3 had a lot of assassins because he was a rogue. So he had a lot of assassins on him.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 was like he was rogue. 2, I think it was like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
They all meld into. That's why I said John Wick, because they all just meld into one movie for me.
Yeah. Fair.
The Baba
But
Yaga.
personally, yeah, the Baba Yaga. Personally, though, I remember the second one was the one I enjoyed the most, and I thought it was the most action-packed. And it leaned so hard into that is the one where they leaned super hard in the hotel and the high table and everything. They get harder into it in the third one because he pisses off the high table. But it was very cool to see like the startings of all that and how the hotel was fucking badass.
Yeah, it's
I love the hotel.
Love the hotel.
So that was really cool.
Before we move on, I just want to say sorry to cut you off. Before it was like the only.
You are cutting me off.
The only thing
What?
I have a qualms with the movies is, and this is a total fucking nerd thing, Baba Yaga isn't the boogeyman. Baba Yaga is a Russian witch.
Yeah.
So I just want to clarify. I don't know why they decided to call him Baba Yaga. They're like, ooh, that means boogeyman. In
I mean,
Russian.
on a level, like, I understand because, like, Baba Yaga is, like, yes, she is a Russian witch, but she is also, like, a boogeyman in a sense. Like,
yeah, but no.
she's not the boogeyman. She doesn't hide under your bed and all that stuff, but she just, like, steal kids and eat their bones.
Yeah, but
Like, that, they are a ghost. She is, like, a horror story for children.
I liked it.
I like the concept, but yes, I understand the reach.
Specific something
I
besides
understand
Baba Yaga.
Yeah,
But I get
they
like
could have just called him the boogeyman.
They could have been, well, it was supposed to be like the Russian people.
Yeah, whatever.
And the Baba Yaga. And I like how they like Baba Yaga, which means boogeyman. It's like, you just said English words.
I know. I know. That's funny.
All right. What's your
So
number two?
that's that. And then my number 2 is Mission Impossible Fallout. That's one with Henry Cavill, where he has the locked and loads his arms sort of thing.
Yeah.
I thought that was so far. Once again, I haven't seen Rogue Nation. I think that's what it's called, or yeah, something like that. Rogue Nation. I've not seen Rogue Nation yet. I need to. But Fallout was fucking awesome. I watched that movie so many times. I've enjoyed every second of it. I've enjoyed every second of them of Tom Cruise and Henry Cavill going at it in the bathroom when they're fighting the dude. It's so good. When they fight later, it's awesome, and it's the acting in it's really good. I love all the characters, and it's just like it's one of the and like oh my god, there's a scene where they just jump out of a plane and they're going through like a thunder because they're like paradiving or something like that. They have pretty much, but they're doing it at such a high altitude. They need like skydiving. Yeah, they have masks and shit on, and they go through a thunderstorm, and like Henry Cavill like gets knocked out by lightning, and then Tom Cruise has to save him in midair, and then Henry Cavill's like, "What'd you even do?" And it was like, "You bitch, you were knocked out." I loved it. No,
That
it was
sounds pretty
such
awesome.
I think it's definitely the strongest Mission Impossible out there. Besides the first one, but I think it's better than the first one. Way better, actually.
Damn.
I know it's a big claim, but it's really, really good. That's my number 2 right now. And also, and a side note to go back to my opening, Tom Cruise wants to go into space. He wants to be like do a stunt in space.
Sounds like something he wants to do.
I know. It's like, what is this man doing all of his stunts?
I don't know.
It's awesome, but like also,
You're getting old, Tom.
bro, if you get hurt and you end the Mission Impossible and you have a part 2 promised for your next Mission Impossible movie, you better deliver on that before you go into space, bud.
And you're getting old, Tom.
Yeah, sure. I don't think he sees it that way.
You don't heal as much as you used to.
I don't think he sees it that way.
So
it's like, oh, he's fine. He's fine. So yeah, so that was always really great. Oh my god, and he gets hit he gets hit off a motorcycle, which he definitely should have died from, but it was super cool. And
who cares? It's an action movie.
Anyways,
John Wick should have died 1,000 times. John Wick fell off a fucking roof.
This is facts.
Of
Yeah,
like
that's
a-
fact. Yeah,
the
after getting
hotel.
shot a lot.
Yeah. Who
That
gives a
was
fuck? It's an action
really
movie.
good. Yeah, it's so good.
Anyone's like, this isn't realistic. It's like, yeah, no shit. If it was, I wouldn't watch it. It'd be boring as balls.
I know. And then my first one, I'm having trouble figuring it out. So maybe you help me out a little bit here. So I'm torn between 2 movies.
Okay.
The first one is the Underworld movies. Those things are high
All right.
action, high intensity, and all that stuff.
Sure.
And then the Van Helsing movie.
Top Gun Maverick's not even on your list.
No, it's not.
Wow.
No, I
That
think
movie's
there's
fucking
Top Gun Maverick's
awesome.
awesome. Don't be wrong, it's awesome.
It's so awesome.
And the planes are super cool. But for action movies, I really
Let me
need
see it
that.
again.
I need high intense fighting
Oh, you like
constantly.
fighting, fist
I
fighting.
do like
It
fighting
needs to be
fights,
fist
and
fighting.
that's why Van Helsing is sort of pulling ahead on this one because
I don't really know. Either of those being your number one, I already don't like.
you're an Underworld fan.
I mean, I like Underworld, but like it's not better than
It's
John
va-
Wick.
It's Vamps. I don't know. No, but hand-to-hand combat it is for sure.
I do
It's
like.
monsters
I like
fighting
the
each other.
Lycans. I like the Lycans.
Yeah. Van Helsing.
It's got to go under. You got to go Underworld. You got to go Underworld. I
Yeah.
mean, Van Helsing's good, but like you said, you want to watch it again. I think we watch it again and we'd be like, oh,
I mean,
this isn't as good.
I watched it last year. It was that good still to me.
I mean, like as like action packed as Underworld. Underworld's the whole idea.
Underworld, yes. That's why
and
it's
Kate
for me. Yeah.
Beckinsale is so fucking hot.
I know.
Like, and
I
she's
know.
in a leather outfit
I
shooting
know.
guns.
It's very good. And I just say it's all high action, high intensity,
is.
gun shooting constantly.
I haven't seen Underworld in a minute, but
And they have vampires and shit. And like then they did one where they're in the past, which is really good. I haven't seen the newest ones because they haven't been out on anything for some reason. But yeah,
I'd probably go Underworld.
Underworld is. I think isn't Kate Beckinsale in both of them?
Oh
Isn't she the girl in Van Helsing?
Is
Or
she
at
the
least
one?
the actress in Van Helsing is very close to her.
Why do you talk about? Which
yeah.
which one are you picking?
I think I'm gonna go with Underworld. It's all action all the time, and I'm a big fan of it. The only thing
It is Kate Beckinsale. God, she's so
Wow,
hot.
she is very, and she's a great job. The only thing that like tears that I'm torn about on Van Helsing is that werewolf vampire fight at the end is
No, it's dope.
so good.
It's
I've
dope.
rewatched that like 80 times, but I think I'll go Underworld on it because their whole concept is just we fight, and it's so 80s actiony. Blade was
Even
in
though it's
there.
not in the 80s.
Sorry. 2000s actually. My bad. I misspoke.
I was like,
2000s actiony. Blade was in there too for the running because Blade's all about that crazy shit.
the first Blade.
Well, yeah,
That's it.
I know you hate the third Blade.
And the second Blade. I don't hate the second.
I don't
Blade.
remember the
It's not
second Blade. It's been so. I remember
Well, the third Blade is
there's
terrible.
there's a vampire. They fight Dracula.
bad. It's so bad, dude.
They fight Dracula.
No, it's like.
I think you need to watch
historically-
the first Blade too. It's also pretty bad
It's
if you're
not
using
even
if you're
close
comparing
to
it
as
on that
bad.
scale.
It's not even close as bad.
Either way,
The first Blade has that fucking one of the best opening scenes ever, where it's like, and he's in the club
yes.
and he starts just
yes,
killing
that is a great scene.
all the
That is a great scene.
vampires.
That is a very great scene.
That's awesome. But anyways, going about Underworld.
Yeah, so Underworld. I mean, just it's so it's still your quintessential vampires versus werewolves, which I'm always a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
They should be mortal enemies for no reason whatsoever. And I think there's no everything about that. There's no reason they should be enemies.
Well,
They're both hunters of night.
Yeah, well, one's high society, one's low society.
Yeah, but they're still monsters. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
They're all just monsters that kill humans. So
Well, I
like,
wonder if it's just like. I wonder what caused that.
there was probably someone that, I don't know. There's probably some moderny '90s thing that made them like enemies.
Well, I bet it really did start with like the conversation. I bet two people were hanging out and they're like, "Whoa, what do you think is cooler, vampires or werewolves?"
That's a good point. That's a very
I
good
think we
point.
did a podcast on that.
Yes, we
And I
did.
think you picked werewolves. I picked
I
vampires.
100% werewolf. Yeah,
Yeah, vampires.
werewolves are
way
way cooler. Way cooler.
Well, yeah, vampires
Werewolves
way
are
cooler.
awesome. Yeah.
Werewolves.
There's
bleh.
beastly strong things.
Yeah,
I love it.
cool.
Yeah,
Need a
awesome.
full moon. I don't know.
Not all of
No,
them.
we skipped on
No,
that one.
not all
we,
of them.
we said we were talking the cool ones.
Yeah.
That
The
don't need a full
Lycans didn't transform without them. But I think so I'm always a sucker for, other than Twilight shit. I'm so sucker for vampires
because they were
versus
big wolves.
yeah, they sucked. They were objectively terrible. And the story there was objectively terrible. Sorry, women. Like it was just awful.
Hey.
I'm not wrong.
Women and soft guys. Anyways,
Yeah. So I think I got to give it to Underworld. I rewatched those movies a couple years ago and I was like, wow, these are so good. Like every single one of them. People can disagree with me on that, but I just really just enjoy like the gore and the fighting and all this stuff. There's like a scene where she like rips a Lycan open, shoves a grenade in his stomach, and lets it heal over so it explodes inside
oh,
of him.
that's cool.
Yeah, it was really
I
good.
don't remember much.
That was
I
like-
remember
that-
Kate Beckinsale in her black leather outfit.
Yeah, as you should. Yeah. That is the
mainly
best.
what I
That's the best thing to remember. Yes, for sure.
Maybe I'll give it a rewatch.
Definitely, 100% worth it.
Do you think-
This is the season to do it.
Yeah. Do you think V for Vendetta's an action movie? I didn't think it was enough to be on my list.
No, not.
I didn't think it was enough to be on my list.
That's a really tough one. I would say no, because it's more of a political,
Exactly.
future society sucks or some shit like that. It's like one of those movies where it's like the establishment's terrible, and they were in that. Nazis are bad, but
Yeah.
like they made it so like
Okay, I would agree.
socially commentary
Cool.
crap.
I was thinking about it and I was like, they can't go on my list.
No, it has some great action. Like
No, it
that
does.
final action scene with him is one of the best
Yeah, it's
in
cool.
like several movies. Like, you know, compared to some other movies, it's one of the best swings
Dope.
ever. But
Also,
I would say, yeah,
I feel like superhero movies don't count in this
no, definitely not.
because they're
Definitely not.
superhero movies.
Yeah. I think I'd agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
because
there's, like, a lot of
those
action.
would probably like. I mean, if we're gonna see Black Adam, that would probably win.
Yeah.
If that they were in there, you know,
But, like,
they
you
would
know,
spoil the pool.
There's a lot of action in Infinity War and Endgame.
Mhm,
but,
yeah, endless
but
action.
They're
Yeah,
superhero movies.
yes, yeah.
All
So I
right.
think that in themselves they should be their own little category.
I am very surprised by your list. I was not expecting the underworld
yeah.
thing in there, and so it was really interesting. Really interesting
Hmm. I'll tell you why I did not pick Top Gun.
because they don't physically fight.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And they don't fight enough.
I don't know. That last like 30 minutes of the movie was just amazing.
But only the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, but then they have the dog fighting.
That doesn't count.
Oh, I like that.
No, that doesn't count. I'm not saying I don't like it, but it doesn't count as like pure, real
Full-on
action for
action?
me. Yeah, it's not because
Yeah.
there's no stakes. They're not like trying to kill each other, and they're not like it's not some
Yeah.
kung fu thing where they're trying to like break the other person. It's not like Bloodsport.
It
or
could-
something
it
like
could
that.
be- it
Oh,
could be-
Bloodsport could have been on the list.
No.
I love Bloodsport.
No,
It's
trust
fucking
me,
hilarious. I
trust
love
me.
Bloodsport.
Watch it again. Yeah,
I
it's
did. I
hilarious.
know.
It's hilarious.
What do you
It's
mean watch
hilarious.
it again? I watched it. First time I saw it was in my adult life.
Yeah,
It was great.
It's hilarious. Yes.
Yeah, it's hilarious comedy.
hilarious.
It's hilarious comedy. I like that
Not
stuff.
actually like
But,
comparatively like like Bourne could have been on there. Jason Bourne could have been
yeah,
on
I
there.
guess, yeah.
John Wick beats Jason Bourne, by the way. I don't
Oh,
know.
easily.
Yeah. John Wick
Easily.
beats
Not
lot
even a
of people.
competition.
All right. Well, solid list there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.